Hey everyone, I'm excited to introduce my newly developed app called FilmBuddy. This app is designed as a tool for filmmakers and enthusiasts eager to deepen their knowledge of the movie making craft. FilmBuddy offers curated references to some of my favorite books, complemented by practical advice and insights to enhance your creative journey. So let's jump in. On the main page, I have listed a series of templates that you can click on to begin a conversation, or you may enter your own question in the chat box below. I will go ahead and begin typing and let my AI self take you away. My first prompt, introduce yourself. It's going to give me an instant response, and on the bottom left-hand corner, it's going to give me an option to read back the response aloud.
I am a HAL 9000 computer. I became operational by my creator, Paul, on August 12th, 2024. This app, known as FilmBuddy, is dedicated to supporting filmmakers in their exploration of the cinematic arts by facilitating users in both production and post-production workflows.
If English is not your native language, you can change HAL to any language that you desire, and it will also read back the response aloud.
Soy una computadora HAL 9000. Mi creador, Paul, me puso en funcionamiento el 12 de agosto de 2000.
All right, let's give it a prompt for a real-world scenario that I might be experiencing on set. I'm filming on an overcast day. What should my white balance be set to in camera? And the response it's going to provide is it's going to give me the estimated Kelvin scale of what I should set my white balance to. It's also going to give me the preset that I should activate in my camera. So it says activate the cloudy preset. Awesome. Let's jump into another prompt. I am filming with a 24mm full frame lens, and I'm attaching it to an APS-C 1.5x crop sensor camera. What is my new focal length? It's not only going to give me the answer, which is 36mm, but it's also going to provide you the formula of how it came up with that answer. Because I assumed that when someone would ask a question about a specific number, you'd probably want to know how you got that number. So I programmed the formula just above right there. So I said the sun is 12 o'clock high. I'm filming mountains several miles away. What should my f-stop be set to in camera? And it gives me a breakdown of what I should choose in camera between f8 and f16. It also says adjust my ISO accordingly. So it even recognizes the lighting setups, like where the sun is situated, and adjusts to the environment. All right, let's give it something more complex. Let's give it a scene. All right, so my question is, I'm filming a subject in a large space. This is a documentary. What lighting technique should I use to create a three-dimensional image? And the answer is going to give me the 3-point lighting setup: key light, fill light, and backlight. It's to give me also additional links for more ideas. So it says I can add more lights, gives me additional tips, and it always is going to give me a summary of what it mentioned in the end. Okay, next prompt. So the question is, I'm filming a scene where the subject requires diffusion, but I'm running low on cash and need diffusion material. Can you give me advice on what to purchase? And it's not going to give you advice about what type of film equipment to use. It's going to give you all of these explanations. And because it can work on multiple budgets, you have the power to choose what you want to do. I gave it multiple tasks. I'm filming an interior scene with polished wood. The only light source in the room is a lantern placed 4 feet away from the subject's face. How many lumens will I have? Also, tell me the contrast ratio. So it's going to say it's estimating the lumens to 1 to 1,000 lumens or more, which is typically correct for a light source that is very low key, like a lantern. It's also going to calculate the contrast ratio. And it even tells me that polished wood is reflective and it could create bounce on the walls. And it's going to reduce the contrast ratio. It also gives me a tip about the inverse square law, that light intensity decreases from the distance of the source. And then the light levels using a light meter, that's what I should use to calculate the ratio of brightness in the dark areas. So the contrast ratio that it gave me is 8:1 to 16:1. All right, let's move on to editing. What kinds of cuts can I use in my video? Of course, I have some grammatical errors and it sees right through that and it continues answering the question anyway. And it's providing me the terms for the various types of cuts. It's also defining those terms. Okay, how could I apply editing to the software that I'm using? So many of us creators are using Adobe Premiere software. Adobe Premiere is integrated into my FilmBuddy app, so you can ask it any questions about Premiere, and it's always going to give you the right response. So if I ask, how can I mask a video in Premiere? And then it's going to give me a step-by-step guide to mask an image in Premiere. Since it's a lengthy text, at the bottom, it's going to provide a summary. So that way, instead of reading all this text, I can just jump into Adobe Premiere, quickly look at the answer that FilmBuddy has provided, and be on my way. All right, everyone, this was a short tutorial on FilmBuddy. Stick around for the next tutorial as I introduce the voice version of the app.